Hello everyone, it's Red Gadget here, and we actually got real stats from Konami on decks in Ultimate Time Wizard in Bologna in Italy. It was their Nats, and it's really cool to have like official stats from Konami because the whole point of me doing all this channel and all of this stuff is because I feel like this is something we needed, and they just put a lot of effort to kind of collect and do stats on decks that played in the Ultimate Time Wizard there. So I found that really cool because that also helps us prepare for the meta and such. Also for the American viewers, they always were interested in what the Italian meta is like. So I think here we just have a full overview. So that's really cool. And in fact, they dropped this before this whole thing about like, okay, the rules being changed and stuff. So, and then in the meantime, I got also sick. So I was just disgusted about Konami. I didn't want to make this video. I was like, okay, they did this good thing, but then they killed the game. So what's the point, right? What's the point of the stats if they're not even like going to be relevant? But then they moved it back, so I guess we're playing the old format now, so I guess the stats are again relevant. But with that being said, the tournament was held in Bologna, a beautiful city in Italy, as you can see here on the screen. I decided to show it some love. It's very beautiful, and yeah, it was 190 participants, what I heard from certain players. I had to DM people and get this info somehow. Like, this info is not really like 100%. So make sure, like, if you want to base anything off of this, just do your own research as well and ask people. But this is the info I managed to grab on the tournament because there was not official for this. So 190 participants, I heard, also 170 plus. So we could say like 180 players, let's say. 8 rounds. I'm not sure if there was a top 8, but there are top 8 deck lists, which I got from another player. So I would assume they had a top cut. Like that's just kind of natural, right? So, sorry. So for the top 8 decks, we have 3 frog decks, 2 hero frogs, and 1 forg. We have Blackwings, naturally. We have gladiator beasts, macrocosmos. I guess that's like, I guess that's the, what is it called? Like with Fisher and Macrocosmos, the Monarch deck, the one where you like summon the DD guy that gets banished and brings himself back, and this kind of, I guess, Macrocosmos Turbo deck. Norlaris, I would assume this is with like Vayu Turbo, right? Because you go like graph first, send Norlaris, send a bunch of stuff, and then you go Phantom. What is it called? Seed, something seed, and then you copy it and you nuke the board, but then you have stuff engraved to play with. And the last one, not sure, right? So this would be the 8 decks. The tournament was won by Hero Frogs, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so this is just the info on the tournament, but this is not why I made the video. Why I made the video is I was watching the stream of the nationals, Italian nationals. There was a lot of modern, obviously, but there was a part where they streamed a few games of Edison, and then they just put this on the screen. And I took a photo. I'm sorry, I couldn't go back and find it in the thing. I just took a photo from my phone, and then I did some calculations here. So my previous number was 190 players. So here, based on 190 players, I put how many decks this percentage represents, right? But let's just look at the, so this is the number on the top. This is not in the screenshot. This is added post like by me. And the screenshot is just these kind of bars, right? Bars with the percentages. So Blackwing and Vayu Turbo basically being 50% of the meta. That is a lot. I mean, we know Italy plays a lot of like birds. Naturally, I mean, it is one of the strongest kind of mechanics in Edison. But more than what, 50, well, no, not more than 50%, almost 50% of Vayu Turbo and Blackwings is just so much. Then we have Monarchs, and I thought this was like also maybe misclassifying Hero Frogs, but then we have Hero Frogs here. So I guess they're just playing like twice as many Frog Monarchs as Hero Frogs, which is kind of wild. I mean, I know they are also known for like playing Frog Monarchs. I've seen a lot of Frog Monarch gameplay on YouTube coming from Italy, and I don't really know why though. I think Hero Frog is a lot better deck, But yeah, we have like 20-ish players playing Frog Monarchs, I would assume. I mean, I don't know which other deck is just Monarchs, right? Like I would think this is Frog Monarchs, obviously. So yeah, we have 20 players playing Frog Monarchs and 10 players playing Hero Frog, which is kind of crazy. Then Machina. I don't know if this includes gadgets or is this like a Hamster Echo Caius Machina. But either way, 7%, so let's say 14. I mean, I think it's fair to say maybe like 10 is Hamster Echo Caius and 4 is like gadgets, for example, right? I think that's kind of fair. Then we have but again, of course, we don't know. And then we have Light Sworns at 6.8%, so 13 people playing Light Sworns. So it's a pretty well represented deck, but still above a Hero Frog, which won the tournament and I think is a better deck than like these three, right? So I think it should be kind of the third behind Vayu Turbo in terms of like how much it's played. Then we have Plant. Plant could mean a lot of things. Even on stream, they said yes, Plant could mean a lot of things, but we have a one Plant deck to show you, and then they pulled up Amaryllis on stream. So I guess this includes Amaryllis, but I'm sure it includes also Gigavice and such things. So yeah, Plant showing approximately 8 people, 4.4%. And the other category is 16%, which would be like all the rogue decks and everything else. Like right, the Macrocosmos deck is probably in here. And what else? Norlaris that we saw previously. Norlaris and surprisingly, they don't have GBs on here. So I mean, this stats is kind of incomplete, but I think it's a great step that Konami is willing to take in the direction of showing us more stats on the tournament so that we can prepare, because some people really like to, prepare thoroughly for a tournament, and when you don't have stats, especially for IRL play, which is already random, it's yeah, it's pretty sad. So this is a great thing to see from Konami. I hope you enjoyed such content, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the stats that they showed us. And yeah, with that being said, please subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.